Guys, you are now watching a clip from the Fellas podcast. You can listen to the full podcast exclusively on Spotify for free. So make sure to head over there, leave us a 5-star rating if you enjoyed, and follow the podcast.
Another thing that I noticed at this event that you're part of, the Kingpin event, is the fact that your sister just like walked out. And I was, first of all, I didn't know you had a sister.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like, so you have clearly spoken to your sister because the likelihood of you fighting your sister is there
in the final.
The final. So you've spoken to her, but how does that even happen? Like,
I think it's one of those things that we've always fought anyway, so it's not that deep. Like, we've always like battered the crap out of each other at any opportunity we could as a kid. So
okay. So you
growing up,
even sisters would beat the shit out of each other.
Oh my god, we used to like throw scissors at each other. We used to get like stiletto heels and like whack them with each other. Every time she wore a piece of my clothing, it'd be like, you've stretched it, and then we'd like kill each other. So it's like not deep. And also I think it's entertaining to the fans anyway, but we know, like, you don't even need to like fake beef a fight like that, do you? Like, it's two sisters, it sells itself.
Yeah.
So ultimately you have a job to do, and you're not gonna hurt her. Like, I probably wouldn't try and kill her to the extent that I might try Barbie, but I'm still gonna try. If someone's punching me, I'm gonna punch her back. Doesn't care who it is. It could be my nan. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, mate. Well, so you're telling you to smoke your nan? Yeah. Is she alive? Is she alive?
She is alive. I mean, I tell her who's boss. Stop hitting me, nan.
Yeah, and then you just chin her. I mean, I think that's I could never imagine, because there's always the main like sibling fight that people want to see is Jake versus Logan. Like, that is,
I don't know if that would ever happen.
But that's what I mean, is like that right there. You're right. That they could be quiet and not even do a single press conference, and that might be one of the highest selling pay-per-views ever.
Yeah, it would.
Because I would pay £1,000 of my own money for that pay-per-view.
Also, I want a direct cam on the family at any one point.
Yes.
I need
like... press the red button for family cam.
Yes, literally.
Like, that would be
like
sick.
The whole squad, grandparents, everything, extended uncles. I want the second cousins. I think that would be jokes. So,
I wonder if they would ever do that. What do you reckon, Proddy? You reckon what? The thing is, in America, that place is so tapped. They'll do anything for money over there.
I don't know. I feel
I think it could happen.
Them boys have gone too clear though. Like, in terms of Logan's
so
got
famous
WWE.
themselves.
They don't need that.
Yeah.
So the big thing, the vibe that I get, right, is that Jake Paul has this thing in his mind, right, that he has always wanted to be better than Logan. And during his boxing career, this is definitely where he's managed to stand head and shoulders above his brother. But now he's just lost. So Tommy's taken that away from him now. And now if Logan starts going around and going, I would beat Tommy, Jake's taking that like, well, you're saying you could beat me. And so the brotherly, what do you call it, like the rivalry there, it could boil over, because these guys have previously gone at it. If you remember, like the diss track days and stuff like that, like they don't shy away from getting at each other, right?
And also, you've got the narrative now of KSI and Logan, and Jake and KSI hating each other. So Logan could just switch up and go, I'm going to back JJ here, and then obviously we've got that whole rivalry as well.
And let's say Jake wins, beats JJ, for example. Logan goes, well, fuck it, like you got to beat me now. I don't know. I just think in terms of siblings, that could definitely be a massive one. But you fight. What does your sister do?
Basically the same as me.
Oh, really? So she's OnlyFans as well?
Yeah, great disappointments of the family. Yeah, she's OnlyFans.
That's so interesting.
She doesn't do as much like promotion and that kind of thing.
Why
not known as like TikTok and that kind of stuff. I don't know. I just think she prefers just doing like the creator stuff. So yeah, this opportunity came up, and there's, as you said, there's not many people in the pool anyway.
Yeah.
So I was like, like she's depressed. I was like, yeah, like it's done so many good things for me mentally.
Yeah.
I was like, just get involved and see. But she got called really like late notice. Like she's only been boxing like 5 weeks.
And who was her fight against?
Amber, and I've sparred Amber, and Amber's not very good. So I have high hopes for my sister.
You pull it, which one's Amber? Who's Amber? What does she do?
Amber OnlyFans. All these girls are OnlyFans.
Right, okay. Well, by the way, so...
apart from Ola, so this is why she's like anti-OnlyFans.
Yeah, well, she's here to take down the OnlyFans from the bottom to the top.
I know, because even Barbie does OnlyFans. Everyone does OnlyFans.
Well,
it's normal now.
So this is what makes a lot of sense to me from your like business point of view, and it's definitely and it's obviously one of the reasons why you do it as well. Is that naturally, especially when you're on the similar cards as like the guys like Misfits and whatever, that you naturally have a massive male audience watching these things.
Yeah.
So you know they watch you guys doing what you're doing, and they go, oh, they have OnlyFans. You must see a massive spike in your subscribers after these events.
Yeah, I think. You just gain followers and then it's like subscribers. But I think
but that's what pays the bills. That like because let's be honest, like you get paid a decent whack for doing this stuff.
But not the men.
But
there's always going to be a gender pay gap in these kind of things. But I guess a lot of these girls have OnlyFans, so I guess they can kind of.
Well, I would argue you indirectly make as much as the headliners, if not more.
A month.
Well, no, just like in the month of the fight, let's say, for example. So you've got whoever's headlining, we'll just use Misfits, for example. Whoever's headlining that, they're making 300, 400K for their fight.
Yeah.
Let's just say it's something like that. And you, let's say even you just get paid 20 grand, right?
Yeah.
I think, you feel free to tell me I'm wrong, but over the space of the next like 3 months, you will absolutely.
I was gonna say I'm not 400 grand a month. That's a lot.
No, but
yeah.
But over a longer period of time, you're probably
because these guys are only fighting once every 3 to 6 months.
Once every 6 months. I mean, there's not most of these guys, especially if you're headlining, they're not actually that active.
True.
So
that's what their kind of like bread and butter is now, and especially because they're content creators, they're having to take a hit from their content creating, these YouTube and that kind of thing. Like
that's true, because when you're in camp, like one of the biggest things with JJ especially, you know, he has to step away from a lot of the Sidemen videos because he's up at 8, back at 8.
Yeah.
There's no time.
And you're so tired. Like, you need to concentrate on boxing. Otherwise, you know, especially his opponent, like, he's a boxer. Like, he's not doing all this content creator shit, like, and other things. Like, he's dedicated to that. So if you're doing less than him, then what's your likelihood of beating someone if you're only giving not a half-assed job, but if you're not giving it, you're 110%.
I still think there's people on these cards that don't actually realize how much effort goes into being able to actually deliver a good performance on the night. Like, you can really tell in the first 20-30 seconds of a fight if someone's actually trained or not. And the main thing for me is just like, if they still have gas in the tank at the end, you know they've put in a fucking shift throughout their training camp. And I think that's one of the biggest things. I mean, we saw it with like the Keeley fight, like all this stuff. I mean,
but she didn't train. She DM'd me and she was like, I can't be bothered to train. And I was like, it shows. Because the thing is, she just gas. It showed. You just gas out really quick. And I think that the good thing about like Misfits and Kingpin and these kind of things, they are like little rounds. But my Faith fight was 3 rounds. Like, Kingpin is 5 rounds. And for beginners, that's a lot. 2 minutes. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but that is. And if you draw, it's 6 rounds. And then the final six rounds, and then if that's easy to draw, in my opinion, it's fucking easy, even number 7. We are not professional fighters, and if you think professional fighters, they know not to go 100% all the time. If you're an influencer, you kind of want to kill from the get-go. I don't know what it is. It's a novelty thing. It is.
Well, it's also like, I'm sure it's like the nervous energy that you hold right on that first round, like it all just comes flying out there, and then by the time the second round you go, oh shit, I've got another 4 rounds of this or whatever.
Exactly. And it's a mentality you build up over time, like this no quit. So I think it is kind of dangerous having that many rounds, but a lot of the men have had quite a few fights.
Well, I think the Misfits headline one, they're like 6 rounds, and then
JJ's only fighting 6 rounds against Fournier.
And then everyone else is 4 rounds, I believe. What size gloves do you guys use?
So the men are in 10s. I'm in 12s. I'm so annoyed.
You would prefer to be 10s?
I would like my weight class. I want 8s, but you know, I don't think they'd do that. But it is. I
wonder why that is, because you guys are lighter. The power is less. I don't know. 10. I mean,
the men are in 10s, I'm in 12s.
Is there like an out and out favourite in your opinion? By yourself, obviously, you're going to back yourself.
Yeah.
But who would you say is the strongest out of them?
Well, I think everyone's assuming Barbie just on her size. And I think she's been training a while, because she was meant to fight Fangs in October. So she's been training, well, since before then. So a good 6 months. I think Julie, the Brazilian, have you ever seen her? I don't know how she's making 63 kilo. She's stacked. And she looks like she is
Oh, yeah.
to the roid.
Yes.
She looks like
seen this woman.
a female Ed Matthews.